Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Land Stories Live. I am your host, Dave Deniston with Generation Family Properties LLC, where our goal is to help hundreds of people like you own land. And most of all, we want to be able to tell your land story. Well, I have here back with me, Christy. Christy, what's going on?
Hello. Not much. Feeling a little under the weather, but maybe this will perk me up a bit.
Right? We'll have some
Yeah.
fun. We'll talk some land stuff.
Yes.
Well, hey, I would love to hear from you, Christy, and some of just what's happening behind the scenes
Okay.
with you and some of the land you see move in. What do you see? What's happening right now with our land business?
July was extremely busy, huh?
Yeah,
Seemed
it
like
was.
just about every day there was something going. People coming back for more. It was good. Good busy month.
It has been. Yeah, I know the timber on properties in Otero County were going super quick. Like those.
Like I think the one sold the same day it got listed.
Yeah, it
And
did.
within 24 hours at least. Pretty good.
And we went over that property last week, so
Yes.
definitely everyone should check that out.
Mm.
I thought it would be cool to talk a little bit about when someone wants to buy. Like so many people. I don't know if you hear this a lot, but on my end, it's like, is this real? Like, is this a scam? Like,
Yeah.
how do I know this is legal? What's
All the time. Yep. Which is a fair question.
Oh, totally fair question.
Yeah. Mhm.
What are your thoughts? Like how do people know that it's legal and how does that work?
I think one of the best ways people can know is to actually just get on the phone with one of us. So you can see that we're real people, we can interact, we can answer the questions. That's huge.
Yes.
And then another big one, we tell people a lot is depending on how long, I know if you haven't owned the property too long, it might not have caught up, but they can always call the county and confirm that you do in fact own it and it's not some scam that we've just looked up a property number and done a website and take the money and then that's the end of it. You never see us again. So that's another really good way to just double check. And then the Better Business Bureau, you can look up and see that's got a good rating and we're above board. And yeah, but honestly, I think the best is just get to know us, chat and see that we're real people that really want to help.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think those are all great pieces of advice. And one thing that I do want to point out, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here for a little bit. So if you go to our Facebook page, we've actually had a lot of people do reviews. So if you're ever concerned about it, you can see all kinds of reviews that different people have put about us and what we do. But beyond that, certainly we have a blog post that talks about kind of the process. Let's say you found the property, this is it. We have a whole blog post upon the paperwork and the next steps. And so if someone says, Christy, I'm ready to buy this property, the first thing we always get together is the purchase sale agreement. You want to talk
Mhm.
about that a little bit, Christy? What is that purchase sale agreement? What's in that? What's that all about?
It's actually fairly straightforward. It's just a one page document, and it has obviously seller's name, buyer's name, the property itself, and then I'll have the terms, that's the most important part. That's we need to know before we get it. So, do you want to pay cash? Do you want to finance? If you want to finance, how much do you want to put down? Do you want to do the minimum monthly payments? Do you want to go over them? So we structure it that way. That's written in there. And then, there's just some legal information, which you need to know about when you're going to get the documents, when it's going to close, this, that. And then it's sent to you in a DocuSign. So it's super easy. You can sign it online, send it back. It's super quick. If you decide you want a property, you can have the document to you, signed and back to us easily within an hour. So it's super fast.
It is super quick. And we generally like to do this because just like this blog post says, is we want to make sure that we get everything documented, right? Before we take any money from you, that there's some sort of agreement everyone gets. And so you get a copy, I get a copy. And then after everyone's signed, that's when we collect the down payment, which this blog post is actually a little bit outdated. We now use either authorize.net or we use Moonclerk to do the payment processing. And then rather than GeekPay, we use another thing called Zimple Money, which I need to update some of these videos here. But it kind of walks you through. It's a very similar software where you can go and see your payments history. You can see the balance. You can have us make extra payments and stuff like that. And then after everything's said and done, we send you the promissory note, a land contract, and we have some guarantees that we'll probably have to talk about another time. And then finally, once you pay off the property, or if you just paid cash initially, then we just do the warranty deed and we deed the property over to you, which if you want to go through a title company, that is no problem. We're happy to work with that. We may ask you to pay for the cost of doing that, but we don't have to go through a title company. We can go right through the county. You can get the recording number and verify ownership with the county and all that kind of stuff afterwards. So just in summary, kind of what happens is if you buy from us on a monthly payment plan, we get that purchase sale agreement together. We get you set up for the recurring monthly payments and some other paperwork. And then once the property's paid off, we deed it over to you via the warranty deed. Do you have any other thoughts, Christy, kind of about the process?
No, not about the process. I guess one thing I always point out to people is that you mentioned you can go in there and do extra payments because there's never a prepayment penalty, which to me is huge because sometimes people sneak that in there where you get penalized for it, where we actually encourage it because it'll belong to you faster if you do it that way. You save money and interest and you get to own the property faster. So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation. I always say, hey, I can buy more land. You pay this off sooner. I can buy another property. So exactly. It's a win-win for everybody. All right. And again, if you guys want to check out this blog post, you can see the URL up here, which for those of you that might be listening to this in an audio format, it's genfamproperties.com/2019/04/05/ how do we make a land deal. So, but you can look for it on the blog post. We'll have it up there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen because I know, Christy, you have a property you want to go over, one of our newer ones.
Fine. Okay. Oh, goodness. It always does that, huh? Tell me when it's up and you can see the property. You should be good now.
See the property. There we go.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do a Mojave County property this time, which is in Arizona. You see nice mountain views. You see the electric lines, that's a big one.
You can see the lines right above in the picture there. They're kind of faint.
Close. Yep. So that's huge because, if you want to build a little place or if you want to build your dream home one day, retire there, boom, done. We'll save you tons of money, tons of time. It's right there ready for you. So that's huge. The area itself is pretty cool too. Speaking of blogs, if you're looking at the other blog, pop over to the Mojave County blog that I wrote because it's got a bunch of stuff too. Blogs on everything. Yes. But the whole the county's quite big. So there's a lot in the county. It encompasses the Grand Canyon and it encompasses Havasu. It's a lot. But just in this area that's very close, there's actually a lot of really cool stuff. There's museums. It's the Arizona Route 66 museums right in Kingman, which Kingman's the closest large town. It's about 30 minutes away. So it's really not bad.
Why don't you pull it up on the Google Maps, Christy, and let's take a look as you're kind of talking over the area.
Yeah, so here's the property. And you can see Kingman's here.
Down southeast, yep.
Yep, so Chloride's quite close. It's only about 8 to 10 minutes. So if you need little stuff, super fast. But anything you would possibly need would be in Kingman. So that's not far at all. That's actually really good. Lots of museums in the area too, like I was saying. So there's the Route 66 Museum. There's a railroad museum, a history and arts museum. So history buffs, awesome place to be. There's several wineries too. There's a brewery, there's a distillery. So fun Sunday afternoon stuff. You can go eat lunch at the brewery and hang out. I always enjoy that. I think it's cool. I'm actually not even a big drinker, but I love wineries. I do not like wine. I love wineries. I just like the atmosphere a lot.
My wife loves mead. That's her favorite kind of wine. It's like a honey wine. So she loves the sweet stuff.
I don't even know what that is. I'm so bad. I don't know anything about wine, but I love the setting of being in there, and I just think it's really cool. There's golf courses, two really nice ones in the area, so if you like golf. Also, right, so here's the property. Right about here, just south of Chloride, there's a ghost town
Oh,
that if
cool.
I was ever in the area, I would go to for sure, because I actually hate being scared. Like you go to haunted houses and you get stressed, but it's like when you're out, you feel so good. Anyway, I feel like that would be that. So it's a really famous ghost town tour that you could do there too. So that's cool. And also, it's only an hour. I'm gonna scroll out more here. It's only an hour and a half from Vegas. Keep
And
scrolling here.
I think
Oh,
as you
gee,
scroll
that's
out,
way
there's
too much. Yeah,
what's to the left there? Was that is that the Colorado River and Lake Mojave, not
yep,
too far
Lake
away?
Mojave is just under an hour away. And so we've got the lake there, the river, so boating, fishing, all that kind of stuff, which is super cool.
I was in Boy Scouts long time ago, and we actually went on a 30-mile canoe trip down the Colorado, right down through that area down to Havasu. So we kind of ended the trip in Havasu, which is a little further south. If you scroll down just a little bit.
Yep, here, this area, Lake Havasu City and all of that.
Yeah, down there where it says start saying Havasu. There he is, which
Yeah,
is also part of the county. It's
yes, yep. And I don't know if did you do the Black Canyon when you were there? Because I wrote about that in the blog, which is why I asked. Absolutely beautiful.
I don't remember.
You can kayak through. It's stunningly beautiful. It's got the huge rock formations around it and the clear water. It's beautiful. So that's in that area also.
We probably did. All right. So where's Vegas?
Keep scrolling here. There we go. Right here. It's about an hour and a half, which is not far.
No.
At all. Yeah. 2.5 to Flagstaff here. See there, not bad. And then 3 hours to Phoenix down here. So it's good location in a lot of pretty big cities.
Yeah.
Whether you live in those cities and want to drive out, or if you want to live here, but you think, oh, maybe you want to fly in and out. Maybe you don't even live anywhere in Arizona. Maybe you live in Seattle and you're sick of the rain. You can fly into Vegas, check, see your luck at the blackjack table for a couple hours, and then drive to your property and chill for the weekend.
Well, it's not really that far from LA either. I think you're about 5 hours away from LA. So certainly it's for someone that lives in Southern California, outside of some bad traffic, you certainly could get out there. For those of you who are snowbirders, you want to get away for the wintertime, get away from Seattle or Portland or someplace cold, or Minnesota where I live. What a great place to go and hang out over the wintertime. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to our website listing, Christy. Let's see.
Let's scroll. Let's show you a few more pictures. You can just see the nice views.
Which, of course, behind me, a virtual background, you can see we have the property behind me here, which I think is that exact picture that you got right there.
Yeah, I think this is exactly it. Here, this is a good one. You can see the road, and then it's a nice road. You certainly wouldn't need a 4x4 or anything like that to get to it. Any car could go on the road. So that's nice. They're maintained by the county. Just no neighbors, just wide open views.
And you notice here, this says zoning agricultural. So that doesn't mean that you have to farm there, right?
Just that you can, yeah.
You can. Certainly you can have a mobile home, I believe. I'm pretty darn sure. You could build a tiny home or something like that, as long as you're keeping up with whatever the county codes are. So there's a lot of different things you could do with the property. And we can see right there, how much are those taxes, Christy?
$16, and that's per year. That's not per month. That's per year.
Per year, $16 a year. It's like less than a cup at Starbucks or something.
Way less,
nowadays.
Actually. Significantly less than Starbucks. I don't think you can get a cup of coffee at McDonald's for $1.50, can you?
I don't think so. And what's the pricing on this property? How much are we looking for?
Let me scroll down to this one. So it's $6,000 cash. And if you want to finance it, $7,000, but you can pay as low as $119 a month.
$119 a month. That's it. And you can see we have the GPS corners here. You notice here at the bottom of the listing, which is where Christy is at, you have a lot of good details here. You have the legal description, the account number, the GPS coordinates, the taxes, everything is really here at the bottom if you're really interested in statistics.
If you have any specific questions that maybe we can't even answer, like how deep are the wells, or how, you can call the county, and this is what they're going to ask you for is the legal description. So this is an important one to have if you want to call the county with any questions.
Perfect. Well, what do you think, Christine? Any other thoughts? Anything we're missing, haven't covered on this property?
Not on this property, but go read the blog and you'll see how cool Mojave County is.
Awesome. And the Colorado River is so nice. There's so many
beautiful.
Nice trips you can do out there. All right. Well, Christy, if someone has any questions about this property, wants to talk to you about it further, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can call or text or email. So the number, I'll give you the number first, 971-248-6715. So you call or text on that one. I'll get right back to you. Or email at sales@genfamland.com.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ask away.
Ask away. And if this property isn't a good fit for you, I know we have a bunch in Navajo County. We have another property that's also in Mojave. So if you're looking for a property, whether it's in Colorado or New Mexico or Arizona, hopefully we have a good fit for you. So just reach out to Christy if you want to talk land and shop around a little bit. Any other closing thoughts, Christy?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for today, my friends. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a question, maybe you want to ask on this, we would love to answer it live and talk to you and answer your question on the show. And that wraps it up for our episode today. Make sure to tune into us live on Facebook every Monday at 11:30 a.m. Central and Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Central. Again, thank you so much for tuning into Land Stories with me, Dave Denniston, and Christy. Make sure to check out all of our properties at www.genfamproperties.com. And if you are looking for land, I know Christy would love to speak with you. If you'd love to talk to her directly, feel free to give her a call. Christy, what's that phone number one more time?
971-248-6715.
Perfect. There you go, folks. Have a good one. Reach out anytime. Bye-bye.